This is my story. My father was a traveling evangelist, and I would literally go from church camp to church camp throughout my childhood. But the man that I saw behind a pulpit and the one I saw behind closed doors were not the same. I would literally see him get up, preach about Jesus, but then at home, I would see him physically abuse my mom. So I decided if God's real, I don't want anything to do with him and forget about this Jesus guy. So around 13, I began to rebel. I started smoking and drinking and marijuana. And by the time I'm 15, it's cocaine, pills, I'm selling drugs. By the time I'm 17, I'm a full-out crystal meth addict. I am the guy who hates Christianity. Like, two things were gonna happen if you mention the name Jesus around me. I was either gonna cuss you out or knock you out. During this time, people were praying for me. I mean, they told me how they would pull over on the side of the road and be uncontrollably crying over me coming to Jesus. And somebody came and gave me this book called The Case for Christ by Lee Strobel. And having told you how much I hated Christianity, this is the most miraculous part of my story because I accepted this book without clawing somebody's eyes out. I was like, cool, whatever. Fast forward, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm in this room reading this book about Jesus. I literally have drugs on the side table next to me. Nobody's like in the corner playing a harp. Seemingly the most improbable place for a wounded pastor's kid to get saved. But it's the kindness of a very real God to do it this way. And in this moment, we begin to have this internal dialogue where God said, Stephen, I'm real and I'm good. What are you gonna do about it? And I remember thinking to myself, God, I wanna give you my life. I wanna quit all this addiction, all this darkness, all this depression and anger I've known for so long. God, I want to, but I can't. I remember during this point of my life being up for 4 days straight and thinking to myself, you're gonna die at a young age because you can't quit. So when I said to God, I want to do this, but I can't, I meant it. But then, in a thought more powerful than words, the Holy Spirit spoke something into me that changed me for the rest of my life. He said, Stephen, you won't do it. I'll do it. I took God at his word and I fell to my knees and I gave my life to Jesus. I went from addiction to redemption, from meth addict to worship leader, because God is real. Everything you've ever dared to hope or dream about him is real. I have one question for you. Do you want to know what you look like fully alive? Because I promise you, I was the last guy you would ever think would come to Jesus. Not in a million years would I have thought he would take what marked my life with shame and use it to mark my life with his glory. Do you want to know what you look like fully alive, the real you? Because in Hebrew, the word testimony literally means do it again story. And God is saying right now, I want to do it again, and I want to do it